want to discuss about my new Greyhound dog I just got recently, about a month and a half ago. I really enjoyed him. His name is Chrome. He used to be an ex-racer, the Greyhound dogs in Florida that race around the track in Daytona. And they race and they've been, after racing for so long, they start hitting the top, and after old age, they start declining, so they either get killed or dumped. So I adopted one. He's really sweet. Got him from a rescue group. I love that dog so much. He's 4.5 years old and he's doing wonderful. I will give you different myths about greyhounds that are talked about. Myth number one: a lot of people go around saying that greyhounds are a lot of work. You have to handle them a lot, and they like to move. They're active all day long, every day, but really they're not. They're very much like a couch potato. They're lazy. They're very chill. They bark sometimes, but they're really chill and relaxed. They sleep about 18 hours a day, so if you live in an apartment or something, it's fine to have a greyhound dog there. You can take them to the dog park, and they might run for like 30 to 45 seconds, but, because they're so used to it at the track where they would run for 30 to 45 seconds once a week, and then for the rest of the week they would be relaxed, and then after the week was up, they'd run again for 30 to 45 seconds. So you can take them to the dog park and they can run. They'll get tired quicker. So, if you live in an apartment, you can have a greyhound dog. Myth number two is what? Greyhounds don't get along with other animals at all. They fight. They must be alone, independent. But really, no. They're very sociable because before, when at the track, every time they would race, they'd have different trainers or different people come up and meet, So they're used to many people coming around. They're not just targeted by one person. So sometimes you'll see dogs that they get nervous, but sometimes they don't because they've been socialized with other dogs or cats and they're fine, Some movies, videotapes, they have the greyhound dogs that, play with other animals, but sometimes they don't get along with one animal. But most of the time, when you train them right, they'll be fine. Myth number three. People say that the people who own the greyhound dogs really abuse them, but really they don't. It's like their pet. Of course they give them food and stuff, because if they give them food, they'll strive more and be better in the racing. So they get that, but they're really more there for the work. They never experience toys or stairs. Some walk up them very weird. It makes me laugh, but, But when they grow up as a greyhound dog, they don't get abused. Myth number four. People always ask me, greyhound dogs are really light. They're really bony because they need to be quicker for racing, but their structure for their body is bony. Like, you can see their ribs, bones, that's normal, It's not just for competition or running, but that's normal. I'm just letting y'all know. The reason why they're thin is because sometimes they need clothes. Like my dog, when it's cold outside, we give them a coat to wear. They need clothes because if they don't want to be cold. They're like a human, They have no body fat, so they need the clothes to stay warm. Myth number 5. People say greyhounds are mean because they look like they're mad all the time. So they always have a mean look on their face. But really, no. They know the competition. They have to be alone. At the dog park, they must always have a mask because you don't know the dog's personality. You know, the racing, it catches up with them in the future, and they never realize it. My dogs, too, you know, sometimes they don't like other dogs, so they chase them, you know. And they stop and they play, you know. That's why they get in the habit of we putting the muzzle on them so that they don't, to protect them from biting. I want to explain where I got my Greyhound from. When I was thinking about getting them, I was looking at different organizations that were safe. Some were fine, but some were just like, we don't need to do a home visit. If you want the dog, you can go ahead and have it. And I didn't really like that. You know, once you got the dog, they didn't really, you know, care about checking into the dog and making sure it was fine. So I found Greyhound Welfare. They serve the Northeast and the Southern states. They transport from Florida up north. They're wonderful because when I got my Greyhound dog, it was good because it was like every week we get together, you know, like the pet stores, somewhere safe where we can all meet, and not only one person just speaks, but all the people are able, you know, to speak. And some people who are already adopted or help with it, they're able to come and speak. And also, it's really wonderful. It's every week. It's really popular. If you don't come, you know, they always want to check on the dog. But it's good to have the group that has this, is supportive. If you have a problem with the Greyhound or whatever, you can come and email them on Yahoo. And even my Greyhound's vet, who is on the support group as well to help out. They have their own Greyhounds. Sometimes they like to go to the appointments. So sometimes I post on the sponsor group and they'll answer. So I suggest you to go to www.greyhoundwelfare.org if you want to look